guys, today I'm going to react to a video. This is a Wansee entertainment video. I have a bunch of videos to react to that I don't even know who suggested it or who the YouTuber is anymore. I just totally forgot now. This is about 4.5 minutes. I realized that my best friend doesn't exist anymore. What? Okay, anyway, we'll see, obviously. Before I get into this video, be sure to like this video if you don't end up liking it. Be sure to subscribe and be sure to turn on post notifications. Without further ado, let's go into it. Get into it. Because I talk way too much in my intro, so I'm just going to try to shut up for once and just get into it for once.
It all started one summer afternoon in August. My best friend Mike invited me to his house. Mike was the type of kid you'd call a nerd. He always got good grades, wore glasses, had freckles, and believed in things like dragons and magic. One of Mike's favorite things to do was performing magic for me. Every time I'd come over, he'd perform magic. But this magic trick, though, would be the one that I'd never forget. When I got to Mike's house, he said, "I have a new magic trick to show you, and it's the best one." He grabbed my hand and we went into the living room where he had a large box in front of his family photo. It was all 4 of his family members in that picture: Mike, Josh, and his mom and dad. The box was about his size so he could fit in it, and his older brother Josh was standing next to it. So I sat down on a couch and Mike started introducing the name of his magic trick. It was called the Vanishing. Josh opened the door to the large box where nothing was inside, and Mike walked in. After Josh closed the door again, he then said some weird words and then yelled, "Poof!" Josh slowly opened the box, and Mike was no longer in it. However, I was in the 7th grade, so I was smart enough to know that under the box was a trap door so he could climb down out of it. So I looked down at the bottom of the box, but to my surprise, nothing was there. No door, no secret, no Mike. Just at that moment, my mom called and said that I need to come home.
Behind the back?
I said bye to Josh, grabbed my backpack, and yelled, "Nice trick, Mike. Gotta go." Everything was fine, just until the next day. The next day, Mike didn't invite me, but I thought of going to his house again. I ran up to his house, stood in front of the door, and rang the doorbell 3 times. His dad came out and said, "Oh, hello. Nice to meet you." He acted like that he'd never seen me before. It was weird, but I asked, "Good afternoon, sir. Is Mike home?" Then I could see his confused face, and he answered, "Mike? Who is Mike?" I felt stupid at that moment, as if I had come to the wrong house.
Yeah.
I then quickly asked, "Your son Mike? You have 2 sons." During explaining the situation, I felt irritated, so I pushed him to the side to get into the living room. "Josh," I said, pointing to the photo, and then my eyes widened. Mike wasn't in the photo. I was pointing to nothing, which would have been where Mike should be standing in that picture. I panicked, and I couldn't believe what was going on here. I then said, "You're your son, Mike. He has good grades, and he's good at magic." Oh, the box. I thought that everyone was playing a prank with me or something, but he looked extremely confused and even terrified. He looked at me as if I was some kind of lunatic. So I ran upstairs to check the box, and I opened the door thinking that I must be dreaming. The room was full of bookshelves and beanbags, all in a circle. It was just a cozy reading room. I was horrified. I kept saying, "No, it can't be," over and over. That moment, Josh came in the room. I thought, this is the last chance. I quickly took out my phone thinking that I could remind Mike to them by showing selfies that I took with Mike before.
And let me guess, he's
However,
gone.
just when I did, he was in none of the pictures.
So creepy.
The one where I gave him a hug, where we went to the other friend's birthday party and took a picture with the clown, nothing was there. It was like he never even existed before, and I felt that moment was like a nightmare. To this day, there is literally no one who remembers Mike in my town. I still can't believe what happened to Mike, but I definitely believe that Mike is real, and he must be somewhere.
And not gonna lie, that was actually an entertaining video. Okay, that's kind of creepy. Like, I would just, I have best friends, and like if I just did a magic trick and then I just put them in a box and I just disappeared, and they weren't in the photo anymore, like no one knew them anymore. Like this literally reminds me of what was this a Waverly Place when Alex made Justin disappear and then no one knew him. She made him disappear, but she also used the genie. If you guys remember on this episode, let me know in the comments below. But there was an episode where there was a genie. She made a wish, saying that like stop comparing me to Justin, and then the genie tricked her because genies are smart, and made everyone forget him. And then she made him disappear with another wish, and then she fucked up. And then he got back to normal. But basically, he was invisible, and no one knew him. Like people were like, "Who's Justin?" So yeah, it's kind of crazy, you know. So that's exactly what that reminded me of. I was like, "What is the Waverly Place?" Like that just reminds me of that. Like basically, right? Like yeah, that's what it reminds me of. So that was kind of creepy for sure. Cause like I could imagine my best friends doing that, and I'd be like, "Tell their mom, is this person here? Who?" I'd be like, "What the fuck?" Like I'd be going nuts. I'd be going crazy. Like I would feel like I'm losing my mind or something. But and he probably was too, because I definitely would be. But yeah. That was interesting. Alright, that's going to be the end of this video. Let me know in the comments below what you guys thought. If it reminded you of any episodes of whatever it may be, or if it reminded you of Was This a Waverly Place? And yeah, like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out. Thanks for watching.